we saw some different looks from the defense than what we would have expected. We knew that they would move around a lot, and they would try to blitz us and mix up zone and man coverage. But there were a couple things they did that they didn't show on tape, which is expected. But once our linemen settled in on that, they were much better. Brandon had an opportunity to hit some passes early in the game, and he didn't do it. Had a post for a touchdown, had the backside guy open on the same play for a touchdown, and he didn't hit it. And those types of plays can change a game. But eventually they settled down, they got a feel for it, and they played okay.
Justin Blackman caught 2 touchdown passes in the first half, and he had a bunch of big catches to convert third downs. In fact, one of the TDs was a third down. Just talk about what he is bringing to this football team.
Well, you know, we mentioned early in the game with what we were doing on offense, and the defense played well and kept us in it early. And then Justin Blackman had a chance to make some plays, and he continues to play very well. His body control is really good. His hands are good. He has a lot of football savvy. The game's important to him. And he's serious. And what I mean by that is, at times when you've had as much success as he has, people tell you how good you are all the time. You get caught up in the moment, and you don't perform as well. And he's continued to stay hungry, meaning he's worked hard. He comes out, he gets warmed up, and he knows that the other team's not going to give him anything, that he has to earn everything he's going to get.
Lafayette had a 57-33 advantage in offensive snaps in the first half. In the second quarter, they scored 21 points. What was happening with them offensively, and what was going on with your defense? Because they had a big second quarter.
Well, in the second quarter, we had too many 3-and-outs, and a combination of they converted on some more third and longs. Now, we were much better in the second half on third down, but in the second quarter, we had kind of a fallback on what happened to us in the last game, where we couldn't get off the field on third down. We needed to put more pressure on the quarterback. So they had a number of snaps, and you know, when we left the field at halftime, now this place was a hornet's nest. I mean, they were fired up, the crowd was fired up, and they had everything moving in their direction. So our guys did a good job of making adjustments.
Here's a look at the first half highlights.
A 52-yard attempt from the left hash mark. Snap back, ball down. The kick is on the way. It's plenty long, and it is good. Sets up, throws deep far side, throws high, leaping catch is made at the 20-yard line. Weeden gets the snap, he's back to pass, floats it toward the far corner of the end zone, and the pass is caught. 3 down lineman, and Weeden back to pass. Blitz comes, he has all day. He throws it deep down the right side for Justin Blackman. He leaps and makes the catch and takes it into the end zone. Pistols firing, touchdown Oklahoma State, the amazing Justin Blackman.
The Cowboys came out in the second half and dominated on both sides of the ball as Oklahoma State outscored Louisiana-Lafayette 37-7 in the second half. And for the 5th time in 5 games, the Cowboys scored a touchdown on their first possession of the second half. We caught up with head coach Mike Gundy and asked him first about what propelled the Cowboys to their big second half start.
Our coaches did a really good job at halftime, and we had great leadership from our veteran players. I listened to Coach Young in the defensive adjustments, and they gave the players a reason for what had happened up to that time and what the solution to the problem was. And that's so important at halftime. You have 12 minutes to convey information to the players. They have to absorb it and they have to understand why and then what the adjustments are. I've been in a lot of locker rooms at halftime where you weren't able to get that done, especially when you had a tough first half. Guys worried more about what happened than what's the solution to what happened. And then I was able to go over on offense and listen to the same speech come from Coach Hogerson, that here's what we need to do, this is why they stopped us, this is how we're going to attack them in the second half. We get the ball in the first series, we need to drive down and score. And when those adjustments are made, And then you have your mature players that are telling everybody it's one play at a time. All right, let's get our information, let's get out there and play hard, and let's play faster than they do. Then you got a chance to have success.
What's it say about your football team, given its youth and inexperience playing on the road, that they're able to digest that and respond the way they did in the second half?
Well, they had a good life lesson tonight as far as college football, because as I mentioned earlier, the tide couldn't have been turned more the other way than just about anywhere. Obviously, we're going to play very good football teams from this point on. Louisiana, they had a good plan tonight. Their coaches did a good job, but our players were able to counter that. And those young guys were able to get a feel for, hey, there's some adversity. And, you know, as football players or people, you know, your real side shows during adversity, and guys handled themselves very well.
Dan Bailey kicked 4 field goals, 2 52-yarders, career longs, and a 47-yarder. He's perfect on the year. Describe what you're getting from him.
Well, he's performing very well, and those kicks he had tonight were huge. The first one, obviously, to get points on the board, 52-yarder. And then in the third quarter, we were ahead by, I think, 10. We were debating on going for it, but he had been so good that we decided to let him kick it, and that kept momentum on our side, and kind of took the wind out of their sails. And you know, just a guy that really enjoys football. He's got a good demeanor. He practices hard. He does what you ask him to do, and those are the ingredients in a good football player. You know, just because he's a kicker, he still does the same things that a linebacker does, or a quarterback does, or a running back does. And it's important to him, and that's why he performs well.
Let's now take a look at the second half highlights.
From the left hash, Brandon gets a snap, corner blitz comes, he throws it deep down the right side for Justin Blackman, and he makes a catch at the 25 and is tackled at the 17 of Louisiana-Lafayette. Harrison left, 3rd and goal, handoff to Hunter, bounces off a tackle in the backfield, running left side toward the end zone. He blasts to a tackle at the goal line and takes it into the end zone. Pistols firing, 2nd and 3rd effort for Kendall Hunter. He gets the snap, it's a 4-man rush. He throws near side, the pass is intercepted by Andrew McGee. Three receivers right, and Weeden back to pass again, throws it deep down the right side for Harrison, and he makes the catch in the end zone. Pistols firing, touchdown Oklahoma State, Michael Harrison's 2nd of the year. Pair of receivers to each side, and Weeden gets a shotgun snap. Back to pass, throws far side. The pass is caught by Anylam, breaks a tackle at the 5 and slips his way into the end zone. Pistols firing, touchdown Oklahoma State, Hubert Anylam. Snap back, ball down, the kick is on the way, and it's good. Mason takes a snap, and his screen pass is batted down by Rashedi Jones, who exploded into the backfield. And snap back, ball down, the kick is on the way. It is plenty long, and it is good. What a night for Dan Bailey.